Well, we currently consider normal money, all official money, all governmentally supposed approved money, is debt money. If everybody paid back their debt, there wouldn't be any money. And there would actually not be enough money, because there would never be possible to pay the interest, because the interest is not created. So in other words, that mechanism is actually the mechanism by which the competition is built in. There's never enough money. That's the mechanism by which the debt is, the scarcity is maintained. I have a little story about that in the book. So once upon a time, in a small village in the outback in Siberia, they didn't know about money. And people would once a week gather to exchange all the stuff and do it by barter. They would have some bring hams and chickens and eggs and bread, and they would bargain and exchange the stuff. And then one day a fancy gentleman came along and saw what was going on, and he thought it was very funny to have a farmer trying to gather 12 chickens in order to buy a ham. And the wife of the farmer said, well, you know, do you know better how to deal with chickens, you stranger? And he said, well, no, but I know a better way. I know a much better way. So what I'm going to be doing is, you see that tree there? I'm going to be sitting under that tree, and one of you brings me a cow skin, and I will explain the better way. So they brought a cow skin, and he cut little rounds out of the stuff and put a little seal on each one of the rounds and said, one of those rounds is a chicken, is worth a chicken. And he gave 10 rounds to every family. Now, by exchanging your rounds, you don't have to walk around with all those chickens. Great idea. And he said, by the way, next year I'll come back and sit under that same tree, and I want all of you to bring back 11 rounds. The 11th round is the interest which you owe me because of the quality of life improvement that I made possible for you. So, what do you think has to happen between now and next year? 10 families have to go bankrupt in order to provide the 11th round. Of course, in the real world, it is less obvious, because next year they'll issue new money, new debt. There will be more people and more production and more debt money, and therefore you kind of hide it. But whenever you have the economy just getting a little, not growing too fast, catastrophe occurs, because nobody can pay back the debt. So that's the mechanism by which the competition is driven into the system. Community is built through the process of gift exchanges. When I make you a gift, I'm creating a relationship in balance. And if I tell you, by the way, you owe me now 110 euros because of the gift I gave you today, the gift is meaningless. If your mom had to say, you know, pay me back for breakfast at 10 euros a day, that would not be a family. So the pure exchange of gift is the extreme counterpart to the commercial exchange. And one of the things that's interesting is that when you use conventional money, you destroy that relationship. It's not compatible with the gift exchange. The gift is the mechanism by which the community is created. Your parents have given the gift of life to you and your education. Your country has given you its history, its culture, its language, its beauty. It doesn't send the bill. And if you do think that way, you're not going to have a relationship with your... What you can do yourself is make yourself a gift as an appreciation, including the gift of your life for your country, if, for example, your country is under threat. Have you noticed that no armies has ever done the following, what I'm going to describe? They say, oh, you're going to be a soldier. If you lose your arm, 10,000 euros. If you lose your leg, 20,000 euros. If you lose your life, 100,000 euros. Sign the contract? It's not what happens, is it? They give you a little medal. It's another currency. It's a reputation currency. It's not expressed in national money. I would not call it a debt, I would call it a contribution. We're back to the issue that I believe that the evolutionary pattern in our future is going to be more collective, group processes. By the way, the word, an inspiration, is actually a gift itself. And I'm giving that inspiration onto others. The inspiration has value, whether it's artistic, whether it's scientific, whether it is whatever the process is at the moment when I make it available to others, that actually it can be positive. Now, the negative role of if you don't acknowledge that contribution, which can happen. I mean, we're working on a project together. Then I take the project and sell it. I'm not respecting the input of the others. That is not good either. So we need systems to actually acknowledge the contributions of other people. So when there is a commercial value, if there is a commercial value appearing, that it is being honored. That is one thing that I believe we should do.